Hey everyone, thanks for joining. We're going to continue with this bookshelf that we've been working on here a little bit, and today we're going to be dealing with the visibility of our array, and if we only want a single shelf instead of this array, how we would accomplish that. So I'm just going to make a copy of this guy up here. Undo. We'll make a copy of this right here. And then I'm going to go in here, I'm going to start creating some visibility checkboxes. So I'm going to have one that says array. I'm going to make that a yes no parameter, which gives us a checkbox, and instance, because we want that to vary per instance, not type. And then I'm going to call this one single shelf. I'm going to do that as an instance as well, and I'm going to do that as yes no for the checkbox, and then hit OK. So we have two different visibilities. So we're going to come over here, and this visible checkbox here, we're going to assign single shelf. And then this thing here, the array actually creates a group. So if we go and edit the group, we can click on this and change that to single, or change that to array, my bad, and then finish this. And I don't know how much you guys have been in groups before or anything, but if you hit edit group up here, you can see that it did the same thing. So your group, any change you make to one of these, it's going to change all of them the same way. So I'm going to turn on my preview mode, just kind of show you how this works then. So this guy up. So these arrows here, we can move these parameters up and down in our hierarchy here to make it a little easier to organize it, I guess. So I'm gonna uncheck the array and kind of show you, so we get a single there, or I'm gonna uncheck the single and show you how we just get the arrayed version. All right. So let's go back in here, and we're going to add one more parameter, and we're going to call this one number of shelves. We're going to make that instance, and we're going to make this integer. The reason we created this number of shelves versus the array quantity, so like we said before, the array has to have two minimum, but we want our user who's going through and putting in the number of shelves to be able to select one. So basically the point here is, and the reason we created these checkboxes is, when we get to 1, we want these checkboxes to automatically start turning on and off. So how do we make that happen? So we're going to start by writing a formula for our single shelf. So basically we want to say if number of shelves equals 1, 1 equals 1, 1 equals 0. So what does all this mean? So if the number of shelves equals 1, then 1 equals 1 is yes, 1 equals 0 is no. So if we change this to 1, you should see that visibility turn on. Alright, so then how do we do this for the next one? So we're going to do something very similar. I'm going to copy and paste this over. So then instead of equaling 1, is we're going to say greater than 1. So if we change this to 2, as you can see, that changes. So the last thing we need to do is the array quantity. So we're going to say if number of shelves is greater than 2, and we're going to use number of shelves, otherwise 2. So if you can see, when we do 1, it equals 2. When we do 2, it equals 2. When we do 3, it equals 3. And now we're going to hit apply, and we're going to make sure that this works with our family. I know it does. The formulas didn't break, but I'm just show you how this changes. So if we hit apply, 1, oops, if we hit apply, 2, change that to 4, bam. All right, so that's a good step there. We're going to continue with this family on the next one. Kind of dive into these formulas even more. Stay tuned. Thanks, everybody.